I should have created and posted this video months ago, but you know when motivation disappears and you just sit on a project for like months? Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. So I finally dragged myself out of the slump that is called procrastinating on past projects and cooked something up. So let's yap about that. I mean, I don't know how many people know this, probably just my friends in all honesty, but I love singing. Am I good at it? Well, that's subjective. But I've always wanted to post song covers on YouTube even when I was much younger. But let's say I had no idea how to edit song covers or make those fancy music videos for them. I was a kid back then and I'm sure I could have at least cooked something up, even if it's scuffed. But still, well, now years later, I got some skills, so I should probably put them to good use. First step is actually recording that cover. Well, alright, so I have the actual BandLab file for my cover. So, yeah, this is how it's looking. Now, after I got my cover, it was time to work on that dreaded music video. Oh yeah, we're really doing that. So that's what the rest of this video will be kind of talking about. I am going to put a small disclaimer just in case. This is not exactly a tutorial on how I did everything, so it's better if you just watch this video with the mindset of, oh, this is entertainment. Really, I just want to talk about the process and what happened. If you manage to take something away from this, that's great. If not, that's okay too. So with that out of the way, let me explain what I'm doing in the speed paint. You'll see me drawing the main PNG for the music video. This is the one that we see in pretty much every scene. I watched a lot of these cover videos throughout my life, and for some of them, they don't do anything too crazy. There is a main image with some camera angles, lyrics, and whatnot. Obviously, there are more complicated music videos, but I'm trying to create a simple one. Now, I will say that I had gotten started with this months ago, but let me tell you, I had an entirely different idea for how I was going to make this music video. The first idea was to have a main live 2D sprite and animate it, and in theory, it could be a good idea if you had the skills to pull something like that off. So that's why it initially took months. I was on and off about drawing the art and then rigging it, because yes, I am doing everything myself. You might be asking why I didn't just pay for an artist or editor to do this for me. Well, it's not in my budget. Let's just say I'm broke, so when you're broke, you gotta do things yourself. Remember guys, art is a luxury and you don't really need it. I believe in paying artists fairly and not trying to give them less money than they deserve, so if I can't afford it, I just don't commission and figure things out on my own. Besides, I too am an artist, so how bad could the process really be? That was a rhetorical question. I'll tell you how bad the process is. So during the live 2D phase, I could not rig things properly. The head angles were a mess, I was tired. Oh, and not to mention the rigging for the mouth has to be a bit more detailed to account for lip syncing. But I couldn't do any of that. So the first iteration of this, I tried to make it work because I thought, oh, I spent this much time on the model and rig. So I popped open my trusty video editor, began editing, and then immediately hated the final product before the lyrics because it just looked so cheap. Like guys, this is why I said earlier this could work if you had the skills, and I clearly didn't have the skills. I thought about what to do for a while. Then I decided that I was going to scrap the entire music video and start over. Yes, you heard that right. Start everything over even though I had already put in a lot of work into rigging. But listen, sometimes it's better to put in the extra work to start over to end up with something you're satisfied with rather than something you hate that you saw through until the end. And so what you're seeing in the background right now is basically the redone version, or at least the assets for it. Sometimes simple is better. But also, I observed those music videos more closely. Yes, some of them do use live 2D assets, but you know what I noticed with the majority of them? They used motion graphics. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what motion graphics are if you're subscribed to this channel. I'm assuming it's artists watching my videos because who else would put up with my weird rambling? I'm kidding. Anyone is welcome whether an artist or not. But for those that don't know what motion graphics are, they're just animated design things. So like an animated transition, motion graphics, text being thrown on the screen with some effects, motion graphics. But realizing that it all boiled down to motion graphics was what made everything click to me. Because for years, I really did wonder, how on earth did they make those videos look like that? It's probably motion graphics and a lot of work. If you want to go really basic, a music video would be some camera movement, a few transitions, and then pasting the lyrics on screen. But obviously, the editors out there probably know some advanced techniques to make things look really good. Now, here's the thing with me. I'm not a video editor at all. Yes, I edit my own videos for this channel, but do I count myself as one? Hell no. Literally, the videos on this channel are edited very simple because I don't have the skills to do anything crazy. But also, I'm so busy during the week to the point where it's better if I keep things simple so I can upload somewhat consistently. Now, the editing is essential to any video, not just music videos. So it's safe to say that yeah, I better pick up some skills if I want to make this music video look decent. No, I do not have footage of me editing the music video because wow, at some point I really was dying inside with it. Now, when it comes to doing motion graphics, I think a lot of people use Adobe After Effects. I mean, it's Adobe. What do we expect? But remember how I said earlier that I was broke? I have no money to shell out for Creative Cloud, so that means no Adobe After Effects for me. When I realized that, I sat down for a moment and was like, now how on earth do I do this? I searched up alternatives as any sensible person would do. There were a lot, of course, but one caught my eye. Blackmagic Fusion. Now why does that look familiar? I use DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos in case people don't know. The reason why is because it's free and really good. There is a paid version so you can unlock all the Fusion video effects, transitions, or whatever, but the free version is still functional. So yeah, Blackmagic are the ones that made DaVinci Resolve and Fusion. Fusion has its own separate program, but it also happens to be included in DaVinci Resolve as a tab. So great, I don't have to download an entirely new program. The only problem now is that I had to learn how to use Fusion. I'll be honest, I avoided that Fusion tab like the plague. It looked too confusing for me and I really didn't understand it at all. But if I wanted to make motion graphics for this music video, then god damn it, I will have to put on my big girl pants and learn it. So that's exactly what I did. And it was a nightmare, because my computer is a potato and I was just confused for a good chunk of it. Fusion works in nodes. Yeah, that took getting used to. I had to understand why certain nodes didn't want to connect, what nodes do I even put in, but everything boiled down to like a few nodes for my purposes. Render 3D, Merge 3D, 3D image plane, 3D camera, and particles. Yep, that's all I used because I didn't understand the other things. And hey, I'd say that my music video I ended up making is actually very simple compared to some of the other ones out there. You can't expect your first attempt to be god tier. Now, to compensate for my music video looking real plain, I slapped on some Fusion video effects and transitions. And this is the part where I talk about even more problems I had because oh my god, this thing was a roller coaster to edit. I had a loose idea of a vision for this music video. When making really anything, it's good to have a direction so you're not just doing whatever. Also, something that I didn't have for my first attempt. So that vision did allow me to draw those PNGs the way I did, but it also presented some challenges because I was thinking about having all of these effects. I ended up going with these glitch and distortion effects for some of them because I thought they looked cool. Do they fit with the song I'm singing? Probably not. Or maybe I can explain it away to make it seem like it fits, like, oh yeah, so the hallucinations can look all glitchy and distorted because, eerie stuff, you don't remember anything. But the problem with putting in all of those effects was rendering, because my computer isn't a Chad, and can only deal with so much. While I render my videos, I literally can't do anything because I'm afraid I'll screw up the video rendering. With these simple art videos, maybe I can get away with doing a few light things because there's not too much to it. But that music video, oh my god. 5 hours of trying to troubleshoot, re-edit the video, and praying to god that things will render properly. Because I'm assuming I put too many effects in it, overloaded my GPU, or maybe things just didn't work. But in the end, I got that dang video rendered, so that's what matters to me. Now don't go trying to look for the video on this channel because it's not on there. It's on my VTuber channel and I'll make sure to have the link to it in the comments. The channel is for art stuff. The other one is for, well, whatever. I don't post there often, even though I want to, but yeah. Anyways, we're reaching the end of all of the speed paint, so why don't I show you guys a little preview of the video. But I gotta replace the audio because of copyright, so enjoyed some scuffed acapella recreation of it. 바람처럼 내 맘을 헤집어 놓은 채 무책임하게 사라져버린 그때 한 번 또 내게 다가와줘 눈앞에 나타나줘 You're my hallucination Coming Hurry, hurry, hurry. Girl, you're my hallucination. Eh, eh. Show me now. One more time. 느껴본 euphoria. Google's in utopia. You are my one only special area. You're my hallucination. Coming. La 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 la. Okay, and that's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more from me, you can like this video and subscribe to this channel. Oh, and be sure to check out the cover video, which will be linked in the pinned comment. Maybe I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, bye!